Hey guys, good morning. This is Paul Lozick. It is Saturday, March the 28th. Um, as you know, Daly and I have been working with Texans on Mission in Peru now since late 2024. Um, but the work in Venezuela continues. We've been asked by our partners down there to keep a lot of that kind of under wraps because it's politically sensitive. But here is um, something that I want to share with you guys. I've asked their permission and they said, okay. I think it's important that you know that um, you're making a difference even in Venezuela. So I'm going to share with you a trip that Jose Angel, um, our guy that is running the Baptist camp, uh, or part of the Baptist camp, what we call the Genesis Project, what he's up to right now. So I'm just going to share my screen with you guys and see if I can get all this hooked up. See if we can get rid of this. Okay, so I'm going to do this rather quickly because there's a couple of videos. I have a lot more pictures and videos that I'm not going to share with you because it'd be too long. But we've been working with basically an underground group that has been in Venezuela for a long time, kicked out in 2008. They've been working now kind of undercover. Um, they work the southern part of Venezuela, which is the Amazon jungle and what they call the Delta Macuro, very remote places, no roads, by river only access. And so they've asked Jose Angel a number of times to go down and help them with water filtration and water wells, and this is a trip that they are on right now. I'm just going to show you some quick pictures and maybe a couple of slides, how it takes or what it takes to get down to this area and what they're doing. So they left on the 16th of March. See if I can get this thing to cooperate here. Here they are after 2 days on the road, crossing the Orinoco River by ferry at night. And here you are putting gasoline in the truck. This is a little bit different than here. Sometimes it's kind of hard to find gasoline. So you carry it in Coke bottles and Pepsi bottles. So Hosanna took a couple of these missionaries with him, and then they met up with some Christian Piarroa Indians who live in the Amazon, and they took off on this boat on the Orinoco River. This boat they used for 2 days, literally 8 to 10 hours a day, traveling down the Orinoco River. Then they turned up another river called the Venturi. And this would be where they would stop, for example, in the evenings to rest. There's the boat down there. That's the Orinoco. And then, interesting side note, even in these very primitive places, they found Starlink, which allowed us to receive pictures. Thank you, Elon. So, I believe this is an early morning shot as they take off, heading down into the Amazon jungle on day 2. Then, as the river got narrower on day 3, they had to switch to a smaller boat because of the water depth. And just some of the challenges to get to some of these remote places. And I've got a lot more video that I'm not going to show you because it would take too long. And you can see the road or the river, sorry, gets narrower and narrower. And a little more difficult to get through. After 5 days, they arrived to their destination and were greeted by this people group here who were awaiting them.
Vaya, mano. Uno solo.
Sí. No ande cae bien.
This is one of the houses there next to the river. So Jose Angel here in the picture, looking a little sweaty and tired with the glasses on. He said it took them 7 hours walking from the river to get to the village through the jungle. And here's just some shots of the housing. Here's an interesting side note. 7, 8 years ago, we were distributing these Sawyer filters donated by Texas Baptist men back then. And the first thing Hosan had found was one of the filters we had distributed to some missionaries who traveled into the jungle. And here's a short interview with one of the missionary ladies.
Estos filtros tienen aquí aproximadamente instalados unos 6, 7 años.
¿Y si lo usan con regularidad?
Más o menos porque tienen que ir a buscar el agua en el río, esperar que se asiente y un poquito engorroso el proceso para ellos. Pero sí, cuando está muy sucio el río, ellos optan por tomar su...
So she's saying this filter has been there for 6 or 7 years and that they use it when the river water becomes very dirty, but they have to walk a long ways to bring water to fill the containers so they can, use the filter. But that is a incredible miracle in itself. This is something else that you helped us to do, was get these filters to Venezuela, have the wherewithal to distribute the filters, and then it ends up here in this very, very remote place. So these are just some shots of some of the people. Some young men here walking out to go hunting. And this is some equipment Hosan had took along because he is going to show them, or is showing them, how to use this drill bit and this pipe to basically punch a hole in the ground to look for water. So here's one of the chiefs. He found out that with the divining rods you can find water.
Buscando agua. Se emocionó porque vio que le funcionó allá. Ahora está buscando agua por todos lados.
So he got excited because he found water somewhere else. So now he's looking for water everywhere. And more divining rods, looking for places to perforate. So these are the Piarroa Indians that came with Jose Angel. They are Christians, and they are doing this the hard way, but it works. This hole is 8 meters deep, about 25, 26 feet. This guy's at the bottom. He's digging.
Está a 8 metros.
Putting dirt in a bucket. Then they raise the bucket by hand, dump the dirt, and this is how they are basically digging this well. But they're doing this because they promised this community that they would help them find water and the community then is open to receiving the gospel.
Ajá.
Here's Jose Angel showing them how to use the
Aquí vamos a
drill
marear a
bit
los hermanos.
to basically punch a hole
Sí,
to
para
find
darle presión
water.
en el centro y pueda.
Ya borracho fue él.
So, guys, I thought it was important to share with you because I need you to know there are things going on, a lot of which we're not sharing with you because they have asked us to be careful with some of this information. But I need you to know you are helping to reach people in extreme remote areas that otherwise might not get the help that they need. So, thank you. God bless you. And keep praying for Jose Angel and these guys. They're out in the boonies. Thank you.